Yields back, Mr. Jordan.
Secretary, have you done anything right? When it comes to our border, have you done anything right? Record number last July, record number of illegal migrants coming into our country last July. That record was just broken last month, and next month you're going to make it worse. Agents turning their back on you when you speak. Agents on video on horseback patrol doing their job. Democrats call them racist. You guys throw them under the bus. Fentanyl coming across our border like we've never seen before. Are you doing anything right when it comes to the border?
Oh, Congressman, so you mentioned I've done a tremendous number of things correct, and of which I am very proud. And let me just pick up on one element of your question, and that's the element of fentanyl. Because the effort to smuggle fentanyl into our country actually comes through the ports of entry. And we have increased the interdiction of fentanyl by quite a significant amount. Through the devotion of technological resources and other.
I think there are lots of families who have been impacted by this drug who would have a different take on that, but we appreciate what you are doing at the ports of entry. That doesn't take into account what's happening outside the ports of entry. Let me just ask you this question, because this gets to the numbers and the records that you have broken month after month after month after month, 5 months in a row, and then, of course, that record was just broken last month. Do you think that maybe, just maybe, your actions and your policies are encouraging migrants to come to the border? Moratorium on deportations was announced on day one by President Biden. You've ended Remain in Mexico. You've ended agreements with Northern Triangle countries. You've stopped building the wall. And in 25 days, Title 42 goes away. Do you think that's encouraging people to come to the border?
Congressman, the increase at the border is the result of a number of factors, and it's a regional phenomenon.
Maybe a number of factors. I'm asking about those specific factors, your actions, your policies.
I do not. I think that individuals.
Come on. You went to Berkeley, you went to Loyola, you're no dummy. You understand, the folks I represent, good people, they understand that when you put those kind of policies in place, that encourages, incentivizes people to come. And I haven't even talked about the biggest incentive, Mr. Secretary. The biggest incentive for people to come is they know they're going to get released. You're going to let them go. Come to America illegally. There's no wall to stop you. We won't deport you. You won't have to stay in Mexico while we check you out, and you'll get released to wherever you want to go. We'll put you on a bus. We'll put you on a plane. Now, you may have to fly in the middle of the night, because we don't want the American taxpayers who are paying for this, we don't want them to know where you're going and that we're doing this. And of course, when they get there, I mean, this is just so common sense. Again, the folks I get the privilege of representing understand that when they get there, you know what they're going to do? They're going to get on their phone. May not be the phone you gave them, but they're going to get on their phone and they're going to call back home and they'll say, hey, come to America. Mayorkas is letting you in. But they won't even call. They'll probably FaceTime. Hey, look, I made it. Show it around. That's what they're going to do. That's what your policies have incentivized. And the part that bugs me is that is so unfair to the American taxpayer and the American citizen. And maybe most importantly, Mr. Secretary, I think that's unfair to the people who came here legally, the immigrants who did it the right way. I think it's unfair to them. I think it's spitting in their face. Your policies are driving this influx we have seen, the record after record.
Ranking Member Jordan, can I answer your question?
So I just paused.
Because I want to speak of one success. But first, I'll return very quickly to the issue of fentanyl and opioid overdose deaths. In 2020, there were approximately 50% more opioid deaths in this country than over 2019. 2020 versus 2019. The scourge of illegal drugs in this country.
Let me ask you this, because I want you to answer the question of your actions and your policies are driving and incentivizing people to come. People with common sense know that they are. Let me ask you this. Do you think when you release 836,225 illegal immigrants into our country, do you think that is actually accomplishing the objective of the cartels? These people pay the cartels money to get here, pay them lots of money, for them lots of money, to get here, and then you're actually releasing them. Isn't that sort of accomplishing the objective of the cartels?
Congressman, those are individuals who have claimed asylum under our laws. Let me speak of one success, since I didn't have an opportunity to answer your question. In 2010, when I was in the Department of Homeland Security, I was told that one of the infirmities in our system is it takes 6 to 8 years between the time of encounter at the border and the time of a final adjudication of an asylum claim. That was in 2010. Nothing was done to address that until this administration. We
And as
promulgated.
Mr. Gates pointed out, Mr. Secretary, 1.2 million of them went through that process. They're supposed to be removed, and you're not doing it.
We promulgated an asylum
And you're not
officer
doing
rule.
it.
We promulgated an asylum officer rule that is taking effect at the end of May.
Let me ask
That
you
will
one last
actually
thing.
take that
42 illegal immigrants were encountered at our border are on the terrorist and no-fly list. Are any of them still in our country?
Gentleman's time has expired.
This is an important question for this committee. Are any of them still in our country?
Congressman, I will
witness can
deliver
answer.
to you a response with respect to.
No, that's a
this
simple
petition.
question. Are terrorists, people on the terrorist watch list, no-fly list, are they still in the United States that you've encountered on the border?
Congressman, some of them may be still in detention. So I will.
Have any
I
of them
will
been
provide
released?
you-
Have any of them been
Gentleman's
released?
time has expired.
This is critical for the.
recognizes
You got 42, have they been released? Can will the gentleman answer that question?
Congressman, I will provide you with. the
Thank you,
data.
They may
Madam
have been released.
Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. Ranking Member, I believe it is my time.
Madam Chair, if I could just 1 second. I'm
No,
sorry.
the gentleman's time has expired.